Hello and welcome to another Star Citizen podcast. I am your host, BoredGamer. I am joined by Zinnia. Say hello, Zin.
Hello, Zin.
How you doing, Zin? You right, mate?
Yeah, I'm alright, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright, mate. Zin and I were playing board games with some other mates this weekend, and I'm always pretty tired after those weekends. I don't sleep as well for some reason, or maybe it's because I have a couple of drinks or whatever, but I'm tired. I want a nap. That's what I want to do. We were playing ISS Vanguard for people that want to know, and was it Sunderfolk?
Yes.
Kind of like a board game-ish thing on Steam. Both very good. So, today's we're going to be talking about Alpha 4.3.2 and the various issues that it's had. This is the most buggy patch we've had in recent memory, unfortunately. And it might just be because there's a good amount more to do in Star Citizen and a lot broke because reasons, and we'll talk about that in a minute. We've got some cool tech preview stuff coming up. We've got Alpha 4.4's roadmap, and we're going to be ploughing through the end of October. It's going to be November next week. That's exciting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Because payday as well.
Oh, it's payday tomorrow. Right. Alpha 4.3.2, it's had issues, Sim.
Yes.
It's live. We talked about it last week. We've been talking about it before. Last week, it didn't feel as buggy as it did afterwards. Like, we talked a bit about it. There were lots and lots of bugs that I hadn't realised were in there as well. And there's been problems over the weekend as well with the contracts and missions being unavailable, and they had to deploy another hotfix. They deployed multiple hotfixes throughout the week and had a downtime. With issues like this, are you expecting they're going to have downtimes? They're going to have regular maintenance. They're going to fix stuff like this. While it's an alpha, you're just going to have occasionally super buggy patches, or is it unacceptable? Tell me, Sin. Tell me of your thoughts. I know we talk about it regularly.
It's not unacceptable, but maybe it's getting to a point now where they should be doing a bit better.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think sometimes you're going to be disappointed if there's a load of bugs, right? They had to disable Wicklow missions and stuff like that. It was a load of stuff that should have been caught in the PTU phase, and as I've previously said, you don't want to feel like you're going one step forward, two steps back with the playability in a patch when the whole year is about the year of playability. And overall, do you think they getting better, or do you think, oh no, it feels like they're making the same old mistakes with these patch releases?
I mean, this does feel a little bit two steps back, you know?
Yeah, it does. It does to me as well. I mean, they're fixing a lot of it. I do genuinely feel that by the end of the year, we're going to be in a significantly better place. I mean, we're definitely in a better place than we were last year.
Yeah.
It's just...
Overall, it's better, but it is, like I say, it does feel like two steps back.
Yeah, it's just, it's a weird one. Because some of them are pretty major bugs. If you can't do certain missions, if you can't get contracts and missions, if you're getting loads of crashes, if you are getting the 41k issue, not being able to get back in the game and stuff like that, that's to me is relatively unacceptable. But they are fixing it. The stuff is going to happen. Maybe it's acceptable, but disappointing and needs to be addressed in the future. But I'm interested to know what other people think in the comments below. I am going to be a bit more critical of Star Citizen as a playable game because CIG are marketing it kind of as such with their trailers and their patches, and the reason we've got monthly limited events, the reason that we've got monthly patches is to push that kind of more playable game. And when they do bad, or that it's not as good as it could have been, and it is a foreseeable issues that they could have solved, then I will be a bit more critical. And I think we all should be to a degree. I mean, I don't want to stay on at CIG about it, like say, look, try to make sure this doesn't happen in the future, try to catch more of this stuff. Do you think that's fair? Is that?
Yeah, I concur.
So with a bit of that in mind, it is the last few days of Day of Var if people want to get involved with that with 4.3.2. Arena Khan stuff is working perfectly, so you shouldn't have problems with that. Something that wasn't working ideally was the Frontier Fighters finale stuff. Now, this is a limited time event, and people do argue that when limited time events are running, there does seem to be more issues in Star Citizen. And that is almost always going to 100% be true, just because there's more to go wrong, right, when there's a limited event running.
Yeah. And
they're run for a short period of time, typically never to come back in exactly the same way. So they're always...
unique.
Yeah, they're always... I was going to say a little unique, and then I've realised how much that would annoy you and our other mate.
Well, it's unique in its own way.
Yes.
Uniquely unique.
It will be uniquely unique. The problem I have with limited time events is that they don't hold my attention as much as maybe they should have. It's just because I'd rather do the cool, more interesting sandbox events that are more permanent ones, like a Line of Mine, like the Your Mundi fight, stuff like that, ASD facilities in general. And yeah, I'd rather have the limited events like Frontier Fighters Finale rather than not, but they are just basically a rehash of missions done slightly differently with some extra work. And yeah, it's cool. It's showing off what CIG are going to be doing in the future from month to month or quarter to quarter when 1.0 launches. Some events and stuff, a bit of a story probably. But they don't hold your interest a huge amount, do they? Those sort of limited time events, the short. I
mean, if they're interesting, they do, but this one isn't very interesting, so...
When you talk about interesting event, what do you mean? Are you talking like Xenothreat, Siege of Orison?
I'm going to use that word again. Unique. Because
unique?
It is unique, but it's not unique.
Oh, wow. So
it's a bit in my...
They're limited, and they're not coming back.
Yeah.
But they're not mechanically or interestingly unique.
Yes.
They're not Siege of Orison. They're not Xenothreat. They're not any of those things. I don't want to use examples of other events there are in game because they're not events. They're sandbox activities like a Line of Mine, like a Stormbreaker. But
I mean, this is just like mechanics that already exist in the game, just with a different mission wrapper.
Yeah, a different veneer to it. And that's cool, showing off what CIG can do with that, and it probably does help them with a few different things when it comes to mission creation and flow and stuff. And obviously it's something they want to push. Maybe it's also to train more junior staff as well. What you get a junior staff member to do, help work on this, make an FPS weapon or something like that. And I apologise to any devs online that go, I'm a senior dev working on an FPS weapon. No, I don't mean it like that. What I mean is you give them a small thing to do or a more simple thing to do typically. And I wonder if that's the case here. Again, tell us in the comments below what you think of these. Zin!
Yeah.
Something pretty exciting. Well, it depends what excites you. But tech previews on engineering excite me. Because I was worried that they weren't going to get around to doing engineering tech preview this year. And I'd thought they were going to start doing a tech preview like 2 months ago for engineering. And CIG have said in the message of the day, I believe, that potentially today a tech preview for engineering will go up. I suspect this will just be for a very small group to start with, like Evocati. And that's very exciting because there's a load of cool stuff that will go on with that. It's a much updated engineering as far as we're aware. With the engineering stuff, are you expecting this to go to wider groups and then maybe to PTU and then live build before the end of the year? Or do you think it's going to be like, no, they're going to test the waters with engineering again and it might go back to the drawing board, or they might stop it again for several months before bringing it back to like a tech preview?
I mean, it depends how well the engineering goes and if it gives them what they want.
Do you think there is a possibility that it could be into the live build by the end of the year?
Probably not.
So Zin's pretty good Oracle-wise for this stuff.
It's the thing is that, so currently it's in tech preview, and it's Evocati only.
Just about to go into the tech preview probably today. It'll be Evocati only.
Yeah, so they may do that through the usual things of the waves, like if it goes well.
Yes.
And then if that works, then it'll go into PTU.
Yes. Let's say that, engineering has a really good run on the tech preview build and we go, actually, just a few tweaks and this is ready for the next patch. Because originally I think they said they wanted to phase the tech preview stuff into a live build, but my expectation is actually that they'll use stuff on the tech preview and they will probably join in with the next patch the next month. That's my expectation just because of how they're going to be breaking down the dev branches. But we'll have to wait and see. I might be wrong with that.
I can't remember what the little picture said, so... there was a little diagram, wasn't there?
I think they had basically said that it would be phased into a live build when they're done with it on the tech preview, but I do not think that will be the case, especially for engineering.
Because I thought it was tech preview, and then if it's satisfactory, then it will go into PTU. And then obviously if that all works, then it will get put into live. Yeah. And I suppose my way of saying it's going into the next patch is similar to that anyway, because they have to have a PTU for it as well, right? We'll have to wait and see exactly how they do that. But so the way I see it is, if this goes well, then it will probably be going into December's live,
Yes.
Which I don't think they're going to do.
Yes, that's exactly what I would expect as well. I think that there is a potential, if engineering goes really well, best possible sort of, oh, this is absolutely fantastic, it would go into December's build for live. That would be my expectation if it was blue skies, but it's much more likely, I think, that they'll do some testing on the tech preview, probably open it up to more people to play around with it, and then go, we need to do some more tweaks to this, and then bring it back to the tech preview again, maybe later in the year, maybe early next year. This is all interesting as well because CIG are going to want to test crafting on the tech preview. They said they want to do that before the end of the year as well. And again, expect a similar process for that, right? Like, okay, we could see crafting turn up pretty soon into the live build, but it would have to go really well, the tests, right?
So they've not even mentioned putting it into the tech preview yet.
Well, they mentioned it being tested on the tech preview by the end of the year. Is their plan.
But that's what I mean is we've not been told it's coming. Like, engineering is coming now. We know it's coming, possibly today, sometime soon.
Soon.
Yeah, soon, TM. We don't have any sort of timeline on crafting. I don't think we'll get crafting by the end of the year.
Okay. Well, not even on the tech preview.
Maybe on the tech preview, not in live.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. Set expectations accordingly, because there's a load of other stuff going on, right? And let's talk about that. Alpha 4.4, next system, that is pretty exciting. That is coming in November, and I'm expecting. Well, let's talk about when actually. So, Evocati build for this could be potentially this week. CIG have said, and we're expecting it to be live in November. I'm expecting that to be the week before the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. So middle of November, I'm expecting live, and then the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is going to probably start the 20th of November, I think. Is that in line with your expectations as well, Zin? Or do you go like, actually, they might put it live for the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo? Or
I think it'll come when it's ready. Like, they might aim for the IAE, but I think it'll just be a case of if it's not ready, then I don't know.
Oh yeah, I didn't even consider that it wouldn't be ready for the IAE. My worry and expectation was I don't want it to be live at the IAE. I want it to be live the week before so they can sort out any bugs. Because the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is potentially the busiest time of the year for Star Citizen, because there's a big free fly, there's the expo, there's all the ships being sold, there's a huge amount of hype, there's a huge amount of interest in Star Citizen on YouTube and on Google and all that sort of stuff as well. It is a much more searched term, and you get a huge amount of players in, and you do not want the game to be super buggy, especially when you've been touting it's the year of playability. So you think if they're worried about it not being ready, they'll push it to later?
Possibly. Or they'll cut stuff out and it'll come in a point patch.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. We know what's planned for 4.4. I suppose we don't know if it's going to be 4.4 initial, so 4.4.0 or 4.4.1 for some of the stuff. We do know we're not getting the whole Nix system with 4.4 at the initial launch. It is just going to be Delamarlevsky and the Glacium Ring, or at least some of it, and some stations there. We're also getting the Vandal enemies, the Stinger, Glaive, Scythe and Blade that will be fighting there. There's the cool Sworn enemies mission, which takes us to a big facility in the Nix system in the Glacium Ring, and then we'll be sort of breaking a siege on this station and landing there, fighting a new human faction, and then holding off against waves of Vandal and stuff like that. So that sounds super exciting to me as well. Like, I know there's going to be more missions, and there's going to be interstellar hauling missions, a load of cool new FPS weapons and gear and beards and hair. What are you most looking forward to in 4.4 in November?
I think I said this before, but just exploring Nix. Seeing what there is and just viewing all the pretty new things. Yeah,
it's not going to be as lawless as Pyro, and I was expecting it to originally, but they went, oh no, there's a bit of law here. It's more sort of like, it's not international waters, it's the Wild West kind of difference, if you see what I mean there. There is a level of law. Yeah, I'm looking forward to fighting the Vandal. There's a lot of potential they can do with 3 systems and then trading between them and interstellar hauling missions and stuff like that. What did you think of the armors they showed for this patch? So you've got a couple of new armors. One's the Wicklow version. Yeah, I like the Wicklow one. I probably wouldn't wear it myself, but I liked the modifications essentially that he had done to the armor. So it's the bronzy metally plates and the sort of metal dreads, so it looks like. It looks vandally, right?
Mm.
You think made of, it's going to be collecting Vandal parts or something like
Vandal
that?
armor, probably, but yeah.
Yeah. Because we're not expecting to see FPS Vandal in this patch, just ships for the Vandal. Although I believe they are piloted by Vandal operators, so maybe there is a way to interact with their bodies afterwards to get bits. I am waiting at the moment, so there's a couple of things that I want to do with Zin in the live build. I want to play through the ASD stuff when 4.3.2 is feeling a bit better. I'm not too interested in the Frontier Fighters finale. You can call me a heretic if you wish, but much more interested in doing a sort of solid playthrough of ASD and being able to film that in a way that I would be playing a relatively polished FPS game. That's what I hope, and then I'll be able to give some thoughts and feedback on that and how it plays now that it is mostly complete as an area. I do think there will be some more additions in the future, but no new wings. Yeah, super excited for 4.4. That is coming in November. Tell us when you think it's coming in the comments below. So a lot of people have been saying, a lot of people always say, this thing X is the make or break for Star Citizen. Yeah?
Yeah.
So for me, it's Squadron 42. Is it a successful game? Can they actually get it out in 2026 or 2027? Hopefully 2026. That's what they keep on saying. And is it going to be a good game? That for me, that's make or break for Star Citizen. Because if it's a terrible game, that's going to be quite a hard pill to swallow when you go, no, Star Citizen will be good though. A lot of people are saying 4.4 and the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, so November effectively, is make or break for Star Citizen. What do you think of that?
I don't think it'll be make or break, but...
Are you concerned that we might have a terribly buggy release of 4.4 or the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, like people just wouldn't be able to log in because all the servers are broken, anything like that? Or do you think that's unlikely to happen?
I mean, I don't think it'll be that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the previous free flies we've had have been pretty good, and I'm assuming there'll be another one with this.
More recently they have. There have been instances of free flies, and back in the day quite regularly, where limited events and free flies and the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, Fleet Week, stuff like that would just break the servers. Things like Xenothreat, things like the Ninetales lockdown, just balked your servers. CIG have done a huge amount of updates since then and have hopefully learned from that. And the year of playability, Star Citizen, the sort of monthly patch cadence, has for the most part been pretty good, even taking into consideration 4.3.2's issues. I think it's unlikely that we'll have a terrible time. I do think it is a possibility that a load of stuff could break, but hopefully will get solved and fixed pretty quickly if it does. Do you think that's sort of fair? Like, if something does break, CIG will probably be on it pretty quick now.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's kind of what they're doing, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too. I just thought it's worth addressing, right? Because I don't want to be in a situation where the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo starts and 4.4 launches and it's just broken and terrible, and people are like, well, you knew that was a possibility, but you constantly said the Star Citizen was getting better every month. Well, it is, but some things can break it, and it's a whole new star system. We'll have to wait and see, but I don't expect that to be the case. I expect it to be better than ever. The best patch we've ever had for Star Citizen would be my expectation. I am very optimistic with my Star Citizen thinkings, and Zin is much more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Zin.
Yeah.
What do you think people want for a giveaway for November? We can either have a Saber with the Black Magic skin, which is that cool high-tech medium fighter. All of this stuff's going to come with lifetime insurance and a gameplay package, all you need to play Star Citizen. Or we can have that new Grey's Market Shiv, but also bundled with a CitizenCon digital goodies pack.
Ooh.
You know, so...
Either or.
Well, that's good, because you don't need to make the decision. People can tell us what they think is a better idea in the comments below as well. I'll look through that, and that might influence my decision of what to put as next month's giveaway.
What would you guys prefer?
What would you guys prefer?
I think I'd prefer the Shiv.
Yeah?
Yeah, personally.
So Saber's one of my favourite ships, but I like the feeling of being thrifty with the Shiv. I do like the CitizenCon digital goodies pack, sort of. But yeah, super excited. We're going to November real soon, and there's 4.4 to look forward to. There's an Intergalactic Aerospace Expo to look forward to. There's engineering tests. Hopefully they're going to open this up, because if it's Evocati, we won't be able to show any of it, which is really annoying. We'll be able to talk about it, but not show it. As soon as they open it up to wider PT or whatever, then we can talk about it and show it and play with it a bit. And yeah. The other thing for the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is you can expect a lot of ships to turn up. Did you see the little sneak peeks I put in the notes?
Yeah.
So I believe that is the Perseus's torpedo bay. So I'm really looking forward to the Perseus. It's one of my favourite ships, and it's starting to style RSI a bit more in the more military fashion that I want. That's just me. Tell us what you're expecting in the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, because the Perseus is almost certainly going to turn up. You're not going to see things like the Ironclads. That might be Fleet Week next year. I'm hoping it's Fleet Week next year, but we'll see. Watch Star Citizen videos on our channel. That'll make you happy. And also, Zin.
Yeah.
We've got a sponsored video. They can have a look at it now. It's great. Say goodbye, Zin.
Goodbye, Zin.
Perfect. They could be left with an amazing outro of this cool ad. Bam. What's that? A sponsorship from Pimax? Want to upgrade your VR experience? Of course you do. Check out the links below for Pimax's PC VR upgrade deal. If you've owned a VR headset previously and can prove it, you can unlock yourself a discount or rewards for a new Crystal Light or Crystal Super headset. These are incredibly high pieces of VR kit, giving you a truly amazing VR experience. They're super high res and have Tobii eye tracker tech integrated with them, so you can look around with your eyes. I'm just jumping back into VR and looking forward to trying the Super Crystal VR with a ton of games and trying to get Star Citizen to work with them, which eventually should have native VR support. Previous headset or not, click the links below and power up your VR experience. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and for October, because of CitizenCon and it's a big month for celebration, we are giving away 5 different ships to 5 different winners. They all come with a game package and lifetime insurance. We're giving away a C8X Pisces, the Arrow Light Fighter, the 100i luxury starting ship, the Sulen, a very cool, weird alien starting ship, and the Nomad from Consolidated Outland. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning one of those ships is comment on any of my videos made during October. Any of those are great to start the game with, or just as another ship in your fleet, or even as a lifetime insurance token to upgrade to something else. A big thank you as well to CIG for providing some of those ships for that giveaway. If you would like to further support the channel, consider becoming a Patreon or using the join button under my videos. That will get you some occasional exclusive content, and it really does help us out loads. Also, like, share, subscribe, that all helps tons as well. Thank you so much for watching to the end, and I hope you have a great October.